Welcome to episode 3 of the Invest Like a Fund Manager series. This is a series where I'm trying to analyze how institutional fund managers may allocate their money when they invest into the cryptocurrency space. This is the third episode. We've already had the introduction and episodes 1 and 2. If you'd like to click in the top right now, it will take you to those videos as well. In this video, we're going to be talking about regulations and how this may affect the decisions of a fund manager. I'm going to flash up the full disclaimer now. Please pause the video and read it. Here's what I believe. I don't think a fund manager would ever consider investing into any project which could potentially face issues with regulations in the future. They'll only invest into projects which have played it safe from day one and thus won't have to worry about any potential retrospective action. This then raises the question of how do we play it safe? There are many regulatory bodies worldwide, and I'm certainly no expert on the regulation side, so please also do your own research as well. Don't take this as a foundation for investing. One common theme with many regulators worldwide is they have an issue with ICOs. Jay Clayton, the chairman of the SEC, has very strongly hinted that he believes any project which has undergone an ICO has effectively sold securities. Anyone selling securities has to follow certain regulations. So I believe in the future, some of these ICOs could face an issue as they may have sold securities to the public without being compliant with those regulations. Does this mean that every project who has hosted an ICO is going to go to court? I seriously doubt it. I believe that the SEC is probably going to start with the scam projects, things like BitConnect, and after they've dealt with those, they'll probably move on to the projects which have been less compliant with the law, projects which have blatantly just ignored any regulation and have sold absolutely obvious securities. After that, they'll probably then move on to other projects which have at least made some effort to be compliant with the law. So they've taken some sort of step to try and make their token utility instead of a security token. These types of projects, if they've been unsuccessful, may face some fines in the future. But the key point here is that I don't believe a fund manager is ever going to take the risk and invest into any project which may face retrospective action because they haven't been compliant with the law from day one. So before investing into any project for the long term, 2 to 3 years sort of time frame, I would first always check whether that project has been compliant from the very beginning. Being compliant can take many different forms. Some ICOs have actually applied to sell securities. So some of them have recognized they are selling securities and are being compliant by going through the correct legal process. Others, particularly in the US, have applied for exemptions so they can sell securities, but only to particular individuals. This is usually accredited investors and high net worth individuals. Another common method for ensuring compliancy that we've seen a lot in the past is for the cryptocurrency projects to be based in an ICO haven, something like Gibraltar, Switzerland, countries like that, and then refusing to sell their tokens to individuals of particular countries, such as United States or China. These are just a couple of examples of how projects have attempted to be compliant. I'm not going to list any more for 2 reasons. Number 1, I'm not an expert in the matter, and I do not want this to be misconstrued as me giving concrete information. This is just what I personally think. And number 2, there are many different methods, and the list would be too huge to fit into this short video. The key take-home message is this. If you plan to invest into a cryptocurrency for the long term, please make sure that you check they have been compliant with the regulations, not just now, but from day one. When institutional money enters into the market, there is no way they're going to take any sort of risks and invest into projects which don't have this clarification. If you need to go and ask the CEO directly via Telegram or talk to their community, please take those steps. it would be well worth your time rather than simply buying a token and holding it for the long term without doing that background research.